I'm Brenda Huther, and I'm a much younger sister by like 15, 16 months.
I'm Bonnie Stone, and I'm Bonnie Stone.
Will you guys tell me a little bit about what you're wearing?
Well, these are not our clothes, these are our uniforms.
We both turned 60 recently, and we decided to go on a 60s tour, and we started with a list of 60 things to do, but we needed an outfit for it, so we have several, but mostly they all say 60s tour at the back.
But we wear these pants always, and each shirt goes with these pants because there's a plethora of colors. But we wear these everywhere we go for our 60s tour. And our 60s tour is a list of things we want to do, and the top 3 things we do on each 60s tour is make somebody's day, do something new,
and get a picture with a stranger.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's what we did.
But we have to make someone's day before we can have fun,
Yeah.
because then it's not okay.
I love
So
that.
that's what we did. So.
Will you tell me a little bit about what it was like growing up together?
It's not good. We didn't growing up
hated each
together.
other.
We did not do well.
Our mom committed suicide when we were 12, 11, and 10.
Yeah.
And so I'm raising 2 girls because Dad was
Not
only
really.
34 and he was out and about. So
always
yes,
says
I
that.
did. You lied. She's so lying.
But
But
anyway.
anyway, we had a lot of fighting.
We would go at it. I mean,
scratch marks all on our
I-
faces.
yeah.
And we hated each other pretty much. But go ahead.
Yeah, our childhood was not good. Dad kind of was off and about. We kind of raised ourselves, and
Yeah.
we did not like each other. She used to call me old yeller in school because she said my teeth were so yellow.
We hated each other. We did
Yeah.
anything to
And we
harm
didn't-
one another.
Yeah. We didn't do
We
anything.
worked for our uncle at the hotel, and she was so rotten. That's why it was easy to
not
hate
true.
her. I worked at 5 o'clock in the morning. She would be in the waiter's quarters on a mat asleep, and Uncle Jack would say, "Oh, poor thing, she needs to rest." And I'm doing my job and hers, so a little bit of bitterness there.
No, that's not true, but we'll go ahead.
Yeah, it's true.
Bossy. She was bossy. She tattled.
Unreliable, didn't do her work.
She was not fun.
She was awful, and she spent all my money.
And she made lies about me all the time. Okay.
Well, so you were not close
No,
growing up.
no. There was
No.
no closeness.
They made me have her in my wedding. They didn't want to.
Yeah, seriously, and I was not wanted. And then she was supposed to be in my wedding, but she had a baby and didn't show up. So there's that again, shows you what kind of sister she was.
There you
We
go.
were not close at all. We got close after years of not even speaking. We got close on New Year's Eve, January of what year?
2009.
2009. I got a phone call that Bonnie was DOA. And I'm like, we rushed to Jasper, Indiana, where she was at. She had had a
Myxedema coma.
myxedema coma, and they brought her back to life like 2 or 3 times.
Mhm.
And it literally hit me.
And it changed our lives.
It changed our lives.
But
and I
that was
thought,
only the beginning. I was in the hospital for several months. I was on a ventilator.
well,
I had
that's after
sprains.
that. So
That
after
was-
that,
yeah.
they moved her to another hospital where you actually take people to die.
Mhm.
And because they are on ventilators. She was the only person on a ventilator that was awake the entire time,
I
giving everybody
crocheted.
orders.
We can show you pictures.
But-
I'm writing notes because I couldn't speak,
She
obviously.
had a trach and a vent.
but she
anyway,
never left my side.
I was there every day.
Every single day, she kept me alive. She kept the people from killing me. She never once left my side.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here today without her.
I don't like
Far
feet.
none.
And I literally rubbed lotion on her feet, and there's this great big sore on the top of her foot. Oh, and I said, I love her.
We painted Christmas ornaments. I'm on a ventilator. We paint Christmas ornaments. She kept me alive. She's the reason I'm here, and I couldn't be more blessed.
That's what brought us together.
Yeah, so hearing that news, not growing up close, what was that like? What was it like to have a kind of a switch just turn on?
I think what happened was I always wanted it, but it just wasn't there. And I thought, wait a minute, I'll just take care of her and show her how much I really love her. And maybe something will come out of it. And this is what
It's
came
a
out
God
of it.
thing.
We're inseparable.
It's
Yeah.
a God thing.
Yeah. God stepped in and knew where we needed to be. And we
Made it work.
and we've It's been the best.
Yeah. Well, except for the
sure.
one day.
The day she died. Other than that,
No, the day we came back from vacation and we hated each other again. We've had one fight.
we've had one fight, and it was it was over something really stupid, and we had never gotten in a fight before since we got back together. And I called her one day and I said, "Look, we can't get past this.
Because we weren't speaking.
It's never happened, except when we were younger. We never spoke." And I said, "Look, the only thing I can think to do is both of us have a lobotomy. I'm going to have one right now.
A virtual
lobotomy. You have one and I'll have one, and we'll never speak of this again." And we had a lobotomy, and we were just back to normal. It worked. We're like doctors.
We highly recommend it. Virtual lobotomy.
Yeah, so that's how you get past
Yeah.
a bump in the road.
So tell me too, from your perspective, waking up, or you were awake, but what was it, were you surprised to see your sister there?
It wasn't, it just was right.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt right. It's like we were never apart.
Yeah,
There was not a moment. It was just
it was weird.
the event. It's not like, I missed you, I'm so glad you're here. It's just
No, I
like,
never said those
okay, you're
words.
here. Here's what we did. And I started bossing around just like old days.
Yeah, and she hasn't stopped. She still bosses me around all day.
So did you feel like after you got close, did you notice changes in each other, or was it more of an appreciation of this same
We
person?
we don't take time to notice. We're always going forward. We're not going back.
No change, but it's always, I want to be more like her.
No, I want to be more like you.
That's the thing. We bounce off of each other, the goodness that comes out of us, it kind of bounces off each other, and I see things in her and I'm like, I need to do that. I need to be more like that. And
Because we both want to make somebody else's life better than ours ever was.
because we had
Because ours wasn't great.
yeah, it was rough. I mean, Mom killed
wasn't
herself
great.
the week of Christmas. So
And that was just a
yeah.
first of many things that happened.
Yeah.
And we don't want anybody to not have the joy that we have. Our whole existence is surrounded by joy, but not for us. Ours is just a byproduct. But if we give joy to somebody else, our joy is just exponential.
Yeah.
And we love that.
Yeah. So when Mom committed suicide back in the 70s, suicide was not spoken.
It was a
You
dirty
didn't
little
talk about
secret.
it. It never got brought up again. We never knew why, what, when, where.
Mom's name never got brought up again.
Yeah, we never said the word
It's like,
Charlotte
poof,
again.
she was gone.
So it was and it was Christmas, so Christmas from there on out was always horrible because that's what you think about. We sat at our uncle's house next door and watched her body being carried out, in a bag. It didn't know anybody. No one from that time ever spoke. No one. It was just a long, lonely journey. We literally didn't know how to do anything. And we didn't try either. We didn't know how to cook or clean or do anything. And we literally had this green shag carpet. And every once in a while, if somebody was going to come over, a friend or something, we would have to get this carpet rake out and rake all the leaves into a pile.
Or if Dad had a date.
Yeah, if Dad had a date.
We had to clean
But
it.
I mean, we had carpet, and we had a dog, and we had carpet, just indoor carpet in the dining room. And none of us wanted to take Tinker out, so she peed on it all the time. And we would just take the carpet outside and hose it down on the driveway.
We had to move the dining room table, over, and then we roll up that carpet and wash it with a hose on the driveway. We did not have a great childhood.
We just didn't know how to do anything. We ate ketchup sandwiches and,
Yeah.
but there was no closeness because we were all fighting for ourselves.
Survival.
To survive. And when things would happen in our lives, we were like,
And we
what's
were
going on?
cheerleaders, we were in band, we were active and busy and fun.
But not
and-
together.
Yeah, but no.
I didn't speak to her. We didn't speak for years.
We were in band 6 years together. I don't remember.
Never said a word to each other. That's kind of how it was.
Yeah.
The way I think as we changed to become close, to set it up for us to become close later on in life, I think we both had families, we both attended
Involved in
our
our churches.
and our faith grew, and as our faith grew, we realized the importance of family and realized, we just grew up without a mom and
You want what you didn't have.
yeah, but we didn't know what we were missing.
We have straight hair, we always wanted curly. We didn't have the family thing, And we wear our kids out with family.
Yeah,
They're
there was no I love yous growing up, so
No.
we are big on I love yous and
Yeah.
things. But I think that's what it was. We tried to be the people that we were
didn't
missing,
have. Yeah.
that we didn't have.
Mhm.
And because she was doing that at the same time I was doing that, and we have our families, and then we realized there's more to life than yourself, obviously. And I was missing something, and it was her.
Yeah, and our kids are very giving. They're very, they pour it out. We're so proud. We're so blessed with
Yeah,
how our kids have turned out.
and grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit both. Now you touched on this a little bit right now, but
Yeah.
just how has your life changed having your sister as your best friend?
Oh my gosh, where do you start?
Well, if I break a nail, and I'll call her and say, you would not believe what I did to my finger. Literally, you got to watch this show. It's like having,
Half brain.
I have these earrings on right here because they look like a brain, Bonnie.
No, they're
for me.
not. They're brain cells.
Oh,
What
they're
is that
whatever,
called?
but they look
No,
like a brain
that's what
to
they
me.
are. They're literal brain cell things.
Okay, they're brain cells because
Okay.
we consider she's a half of my brain and I'm half of hers, and we literally
Share everything.
share everything. I don't.
My job, she works there.
Yeah, I know everybody. I know everything that goes on. They know me, and it's just like I can't imagine a second. I wouldn't do anything without her.
No.
If I'm going to do something, Bonnie's not going. I don't want to.
And we're far apart. We're 4 hours apart.
Yeah. So we make an effort to stay together.
Yeah, and our 60s, but we don't have to physically be together. It's not going to make a difference.
Yeah, we text
It's
all
not going to make a
day
difference.
and
Yeah,
call all day
yeah, and it's
laugh.
and she knows everything about my kids. I know everything about her kids. It's just a family. It's truly a family, and it's something
a
we never
void
had
that was
before.
filled.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it truly is.
But
fun.
our kids will all say, "I love you. I love you. I hate you" together.
Yeah, nobody likes us together. We don't know why.
But we were at Louisville. We know why. We come out of the hospital. We had visited a person at Louisville Hospital, and we were standing in the middle of the street, and we realized there were people looking at us. We were arguing about where our car might be. We forget there's people around us. We get laughing about stupid stuff. People are and we forget we have these outfits on, our uniforms on.
Yeah, we were in somewhere in Kentucky, and we went to this little theater place, and we had these outfits on, and we don't think anything of these outfits that we're wearing because this is what we always have on, and we're walking up, and people are like,
We're
doing all this. We're like, what are they looking at?
Moses clearing the seat.
Yeah.
We could have walked down there, nobody would touch us. They thought we were like on drugs.
And we don't drink, we don't take drugs.
We don't need to.
No, it's just that fun.
So do you guys feel like you have, a special bond as sisters, or do you feel like every set of sisters kind of has this opportunity to be as close as you guys are?
We always say,
No.
when we talk about our closeness and where it is, we'll always say to each other, I love you like a sister, because we don't feel like sisters. We don't feel that obligation.
That obligation, that's exactly what I
Yeah,
was
we're
gonna
truly
say, yeah.
just best friends, and she's not really a sister.
Because I tell her all the time we don't have the same dad anymore.
Yeah, she always says that, but it's not true. But
We don't know.
Bonnie, we
There
look
is
just
no
alike.
bonds in our family. Whatever.
Whatever. But
I was a redhead before I got old.
but that's the way it is. We don't feel, and maybe there are definitely connections with families and sisters, but we never had that, so I don't know what it's like to have a sister.
No, we're
just best friends, and
Yeah.
the sister thing just happened
It's a
when mom and dad
bonus.
got together one night.
Yeah.
Really?
Or we think.
Yeah,
My
we
dad.
think, yeah.
My dad and my mom.
That's amazing. So you guys do everything together, it seems like, and so I'm really interested in this bucket list. So can you give me a little context?
It's not a bucket list.
Okay.
It's a 60s tour.
Okay.
A bucket list, you think you're going to die. We might not.
Yeah, so the way it got started
Yes.
was when we decided we were turning 60 and we don't know how long we're going to be around.
Right.
We decided this.
I've had a few close calls.
Yeah, she's had 2 heart attacks, been on an event, all this stuff,
Yeah.
and she hurt her finger real bad one time.
And my knee.
And her knee. Anyway, so we said we're going to
And
be
you were
60.
Frankenstein for a
Yes,
while.
I was. We're going to do 60 things we're going to do 60 things for our 60s tour. We start making this list. Go dancing, learn a new dance.
Ride a camel.
Ride a camel. I mean, ridiculous things. Throw a pot. You know, all these
We
crazy
never did.
things.
Okay.
No, we're still gonna ride a camel. But we did invent the camel cup, though.
We
We'll tell you
did.
about that. We
We
have an
did
invention
invent a-
for
yes.
women, a camel cup. But
And
anyway,
then the guy at Nashville.
and what?
The guy at Nashville. in the
Yes,
stretching
yes,
stand.
yes, that's right. He needed one. But anyway, so then we made this list, and the list just kept growing and growing and growing and growing.
And making the list was more fun than marking things off. We were laughing so hard during the making of the list, and like this is on our list. It wasn't last week, but now that we know
It's on
about
our
it, this
list
is now on
now.
our list. We have stuff all
BOT,
the time.
do show.
So we'll have to do a 70s list if I make it to 70s.
Yes, but we will. But then we just have all these things, but we always make sure we do these certain things, you know, that make somebody happy. What, no matter what it is, take the picture with the stranger, and everybody always will take a picture with us. We'll just walk up to some random person at Hobby Lobby.
Or at the concert that night, the
The-
Mayor B
the
guy,
guy,
whatever
yeah.
it was. Yeah.
And so we have tons of pictures, and we'll look back one day and they'll say, who is that? We don't know who any of these people are.
Or hashtags. Every time, funny things tend to happen. It's crazy what we get it. We went jet skiing.
Oh, boy.
Brenda fell off the jet ski.
I thought when I fell, I don't know what happened. I never made it on the jet ski. And I was in the water and I was coming up and I'm like, and snakes, you know, were probably everywhere in this lake. I thought she was probably behind me crying because she was already on a jet ski. And I figured,
I was crying.
Bonnie is so upset. She was laughing so hard, taking pictures of me trying to claw my way back up on this
She
jet
was
ski.
10 feet from shore. Swim, you morons.
There were more snakes that way. But anyway, she didn't help me at all.
But we've done a lot of things just spur of the moment.
But we always have it on our list. We keep the list, and we always put a
Check 'em
post.
off.
Our Facebook is filled with all of our adventures.
And then we put hashtags of what happened that day. But when they come up in our Facebook memories, we can't even remember what we were talking about.
yeah, she calls me sugar, and I don't know why. It was love sugar. I don't know why it's sugar. But anyway,
It gets something at one time or
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
yeah, we would call our friendship the 60s chair.
The 60s.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's what we talk about all the time. That's what we do.
Yeah.
How would you guys, now that you like each other, describe the other one in, you know, a sentence or two?
Really not too different from high school. You're still bossy. But really just super fun. Free. She's free. She doesn't care what other people thinks. If I was to describe Bonnie, I would say that she is fun and she makes me laugh and she's bossy, but I love that about her. And what's that movie? She completes me, but not in that way.
That's kind of gross.
But she's my other half.
Yeah,
What do you guys
half
say
right.
about me?
I would go take the high road,
Oh,
and I would say kind, giving, always there for me, always there for others. She's who I want to be when I grow up, if I ever grow up. There's nothing she wouldn't do for 100 people in a week. You know, whether it's to take a meal or to clean their house or to walk their dog, or she is just giving from the heart always.
that's really talking about yourself. That's
True.
really you. That's so true.
Oh my god. You guys are a hoot. Is there, and as we're kind of finishing up here, is there anything else that you guys want to say to each other or about each other that you would want to look back on and just have as a memory here?
I'm just thankful for you more than I can ever say, and I'm thankful that you love God. And without that, nothing else would matter. And I'm thankful you share that with other people, and that's first thing in your life. That's priority, and that makes you who you are.
And I feel like if I had to say something to you
Nice.
which I dig deep, but no, you are my sunshine, really. You make me laugh on the worst days, and I've learned so much from you on just how to be a servant and to do for others. and the joy that you find in common things that I would never see it amazes me, truly.
And my last question for you guys, are you looking forward to the 70s tour?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna rip it up. We're gonna put a whole new list together for the 70s tour.
We'll never
It's
finish
gonna be
this
big. And we have my husband Lee, we call him my +1 because it's us and him. She's a widow. So her husband
lost my
died.
husband a few
Yeah,
years
Rick.
ago, yeah.
We used to do things together, the four of us. And Rick and Lee aren't anything like us.
No.
But
No, yes, though.
but Lee will.
They tolerated us, though.
Yeah, they love us. But our 70s tour is going to be spectacular, and we'd like to come back and do another video then. For 50 years, I didn't have you. We were born. I knew you from the day I was born. For 50 years, I didn't have you, but I was missing something. I had 4 children. I had a marriage. I had birthdays, and Christmases, and something was always missing in my life. It was you that I didn't know. I'm very thankful that we were raised to have faith, and in that faith, I knew that God would lead me and put me where I needed to be. And I'm so glad I answered the call and was there for you. And that the horrible thing that happened to you is the best thing that ever happened to me. And we always say to each other, I love you like a sister. Well, I do, but better than a sister. You have taught me so many things, but some of the best things you've taught me is to be me and to be okay with me. You've taught me to think of others first. You've taught me to find the joy driving down the road and stopping at every brown sign and getting out of the car and walking around and looking at rocks and whatever. But you have taught me that, and now I notice every brown sign, and I never noticed one before. You've taught me to love unconditionally and to go up to perfect strangers and I don't know, offer them to get in your car, whatever. You do all kinds of things. But you have taught me that, and so well. You've taught me the joy of such simple things that I would see daily, but I didn't see the joy in it. You have taught me joy, and you are my sunshine. I've had bad days, and you make me laugh. You make me laugh every day. And I'm so very thankful for you. And I don't ever want to spend another day without you. I don't even want to think about ever not being with you or talking to you every single day and having 10 million texts on our phones. But I can tell you this, the 50 years that I didn't have you, since then, these last 10 or so years, it's like I was never a minute without you. And I love you. Ditto.
I need to read it. So it's like, okay. You're not gonna believe this. Well, you might, because we kind of do things alike. I have one word to say, and that's joy. I love watching you serve others with a love that comes strictly from Jesus. I love that you love me despite me, because there's not much here. I love that there's absolutely zero pretense in our relationship. I can be me, all of me, just me at the door, and you're you, and we're still okay. I love that we can be in a crowd of 1,000 people. Half of them looking at us, and we don't realize we think we're alone. We can be arguing in the middle of this traffic, and traffic stopped it. We think we're alone. Oh, I'm just so thankful for you. Not just for today, but for always. You know, God opens doors in mysterious ways. And whatever happened that night, and the months I laid in that hospital, I would have never survived that without you. And the months I didn't say one word. Do you realize when we got back together, for 4 months I was unable to speak because of the event and whatever?
I did notice.
But
It was great.
yeah. But we didn't have to speak, and we don't have to speak now.
Nope.
And we always know what the other is thinking.
Yeah.
But all I have to say is my prayer for you is that the blessings you share with everybody around you, and me too, but it doesn't matter about me. I love to see what you do for everybody else. And I pray that all those blessings rain on you 1,000-fold, because you are worthy of all of them. And I love you.